Hey there boys and girls, like Skillfaker here and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 video. So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about the laser sight and why you guys should be using it or why you should not be using it. I will tell you guys why I am using it in Battlefield 4 and why I have not been using it in Battlefield 3. So first of all, what does the laser sight do? It's pretty obvious. It decreases the hip spread, which means hip firing will be more accurate, which normally should not really interest us as aggressive, or better said, recon players, because we want to be accurate and go for that headshot. However, if you're playing an aggressive recon role, most of the time you won't have time to zoom in or scope into your scope in order to kill a target, because by the time you're scoped in, you're already dead. So hip firing really can be a good option if you're playing really aggressively. Also, it can be really handy if someone is able to sneak up on you for some reason because your superhuman powers failed. And then, for that matter, it's basically better to just turn around and get a really quick hip fire to that guy in order to kill him off. Because normally, most of the time in Battlefield 4, as long as they do not have the defensive armor perk available or on or whatever it's called, blah blah blah, then you will get a one-hit kill within close range, which again leads to the death of your opponent. And again, the laser sight is basically helping you with that. So the reason why I've not been using it in Battlefield 3 though was, even though the hipfire spread with the Sv98 in Battlefield 3 was a lot better, is because in Battlefield 3 the gunplay was a lot snappier, just the way the game played was a lot crisper, as well as the scope images, the reticle, the lines, the milldots, everything in the scope was clean, clear and crisp. You were able to zoom in, scope in, go for the head, shoot and kill the enemy. And it was kind of like, for me, that the image of the scope was so crisp and so clear that I did not want it to be abstracted by a red dot. So what I did was basically just putting it off, or turning it off, or just taking it off altogether in Battlefield 3, because I felt like I was more accurate with it. However, in Battlefield 4, since the game is a little bit more broken and the gun mechanics do not work out quite as well, most of the time, I think because of the blurry scopes and just the way everything handles, it's just a lot better to just go with it, because having a fewer hip spread or just a better accuracy from the hip really makes it a little bit easier, again, if someone sneaks up on you or if you just have to get a quick shot off. Also, now that you're able to switch, or better to choose between a red and a green laser sight, again, green is normally the color that's the easiest to pursue by the human eye. So again, it's more of a personal preference thing if you want to go with red or green, but I think green is the color that's like the easiest to follow. It's the most recognizable. So if you're having trouble just like fixating the center of your screen, that extra like little red or green dot that you have in the middle of your scope really can help you acquiring targets. Again, it's more of a personal preference thing, and in Battlefield 3 it actually kind of threw my aim off more than it would help me, or yeah, you know what I mean. I just felt like in Battlefield 3 I was accurate enough, or more accurate without it. Since I know that you cannot be as accurate in Battlefield 4, however, it's probably a lot better to just do more hip firing altogether, I would say, because even though this kind of goes against all my rules and everything that I've ever said, it just still, I don't know, makes sense. Like, it just helps. Try it out for yourself. And as for giving away your precision, again, if you're a toggler, you can just bind it so that it turns off as soon as you're basically aiming down your sights. But don't forget, as soon as you're aiming through your scope, the scope glint will appear and bing! Everyone will see you again, so it really does not make that much of a difference when it comes to just giving away your position, because also the blinding effect has been reduced dramatically. Like, you normally won't recognize it most of the time, so again, it really does not give away your position all that much. So think about using it and try it out and let me know in the comment section down below what you think about laser sight. Again, Battlefield 3 was a lot more snappier, and I didn't feel like it was helping me all that much because I was always going for headshots. Now in Battlefield 4, since I have to rely a little bit more on like no scoping, I think that's the way to go. But yeah, I think it's pretty much all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Like Skillfaker out.